Proposed legislation in Hawaii is taking aim at Facebook's Mark Zuckerberg over his purchase of a huge property on the island of Kauai. Zuckerberg is locked in a legal battle over land that is part of his sprawling estate. Some Hawaiians say they have a legal and moral claim to that land. They trace their ancestry and connection to the place back generations. John Blackstone is outside the billionaire's future 700-acre estate with a fight over a piece of paradise. John, good morning.
Good morning. Well, here on the island of Kauai, Mark Zuckerberg recently had this stone wall built around land he bought here in 2014. But several Hawaiian families say some of the land on the other side of this wall belongs to them. And what's on the other side is some pretty spectacular real estate.
The 700 acres rising above a long sand beach on the coastline of Kauai looked so good to Mark Zuckerberg that he reportedly paid $100 million for it. On Facebook, he posted pictures of his family visiting the property over the Christmas holiday. But it's a piece of paradise Tara Kimura and other members of her extended family claim as part of their heritage.
I grew up here. I used to go down to the beach and fish.
She says in the 1800s, a distant relative, a plantation worker named Manuel Raposo, bought part of the land now owned by Zuckerberg. She says Raposo never sold it.
Thus giving us, as his descendants, the right to that land. And we're excited to be able to have an opportunity to fight for that.
To fight to keep the land or to fight to get a lot of money?
Keep the land.
Keep the land.
No money.
But under Hawaiian property law, every one of Manuel Raposo's many descendants owns a piece of property. State Representative Kaniela Ing says the law creates a challenge for many Hawaiian families.
So over generations, you have like 500 people that have to divide an 8-acre plot.
With help from genealogists, Zuckerberg's representatives searched for everyone who might have a claim on the land. In a statement last week, Zuckerberg said, "We worked with majority owners of each property and reached a deal they thought was fair." Some descendants didn't even realize they were part of the family.
I was actually offered $500 for my share. $500. No money can buy. It's priceless. I'm sorry.
But you didn't even know you owned it.
It doesn't matter. It's in my family, and now I know my family, and he can't take that away from me.
Late last month, Zuckerberg filed 8 lawsuits that could allow him to claim all the outstanding land in question.
Here at Mark Zuckerberg's front gate, the no trespassing sign alone offends those who say part of this land is theirs. But they understand why he covets this place. After all, it has a view fit for a billionaire.
And now Zuckerberg may be changing his mind about forcing the families to sell. In a statement late yesterday, he said, "We are reconsidering. We want to make sure we are following a process that protects the interests of property owners, respects the traditions of Native Hawaiians, and preserves the environment."
And you know, the bigger issue is who really needs 700 acres? That's a big chunk of our island of paradise here.
Representative Ing welcomed Mark Zuckerberg's statement, but told CBS this morning that it's his duty to stand guard until the last lawsuit is dropped. Ing has also introduced legislation here in Hawaii to make it easier for families to fight lawsuits like those filed by the Facebook billionaire. Gail?
All right, John Blackstone, thank you. Well, it sounds like both sides want to talk. Let's hope that they could talk to each other.
Sounds like a full-time employment act for lawyers.
Yeah, it really does, Nora.
It also sounds like somebody's sensitive to this kind of protest of people about their own land.
Yeah,
Absolutely right. Wasn't there a movie, something like that, Nora?
Yeah, The Descendants.
The Descendants.
Reminds me of that.
Well, we will follow up on that story for sure.